I completely overhauled the whole program for various reasons, but primarily because Python was just not cutting it and I kept having a lot of issues. So now it's written in Go. I think it's a little better. So this is the program. It's now web hosted. So meaning that it's a website, which is nice because you can now pull it up on your phone if you're on the same network. The primary things are still there. For example, we still are tracking airplanes, boats, drones. I added APRS and I added NOAA. So to demonstrate the ADS-B feature, here I have on the bottom the device list. We're just going to click start and we are going to start capturing airplanes, I'm sorry. So here they are, they're populating, they're all populating through this little SDR. I'm at work, so I'm a little limited on the equipment that I have with me. So the airplanes are populating. So there's this import database. When you're on the internet and you're using the application, it will automatically, once you click this button, go and fetch a whole bunch of airplane information. For example, the owner, the aircraft type, the type code, operator, all that stuff that you wouldn't be able to get unless you were connected to the internet. However, once you're offline, you'll be able to just go and have this information available for you. This is kept offline, which is nice. AIS, I'm still working on that. To turn it on, you can just go and select your RTL and click start. This will be moved right here soon. It's tough because I'm kind of inland when it comes to New Jersey, so I have to actually take a trip down to the shore and troubleshoot it, or be closer to Philly, this area here. So still in the works. Next up, drones, similar. I can't test it on this device or demonstrate it. However, I'll do a demonstration video later of it. APRS. So with APRS right now, we can either use this device here to go and capture those beacons, or we can use APRS-IS, which is the online version. For that, we can just go and click Start APRS. So to turn it on, the gear is right here. We can click Start. And if we were going to use our SDR, we can just drop down and select it here. UV Pro is a feature that I'm hoping to implement sometime soon, where we'll actually use the UV Pro as your SDR instead. But very simple. Basically, you set up your call sign and you can then use APRS. So we have that. You can also send messages, so to whoever you want to send it to, and the message, and you can do that. So NOAA, you can use your SDR to once again listen into the NOAA. I see it's bugging out a little, to the NOAA radio frequencies. You can just click listen. I'm still working on this because the modulation piece is a little off for me. And then satellite capture. I need to test this tonight. However, if I zoom out enough, oh, they're gone. Okay, never mind. You should have been able to see satellites orbiting. I'll have to fix that. And technically, when you click Start Capture, it will go and dynamically try to pull the image from the NOAA satellites of whatever's going on, like the image of the real-time world weather station thing, whatever. So a few things I need to fix. For example, I don't want to be collecting all of this APRS data. If I'm zoomed in, I only want to see the data in my kind of area. So I need to fix that. The live satellites needs to be fixed too. That kind of stopped working, unfortunately. And yeah, so the other thing, offline maps. One of the cool things is right now we're connected to the internet and we get just regular internet map. Actually, let me drop this and start again. Okay, so now we're clean. The maps work offline. So if I disconnect from the internet right now, it's completely offline, but it's not detailed. For example, if I go here, see, it just blanks out. The reason why is because we only have a certain amount of tiles downloaded. For the test, I downloaded kind of the main big tiles here, but I didn't go into the specifics. Like here, they just turn black. However, I did download some more tiles in the Tampa Bay area. So see, the more zoomed in we go, some are downloaded, some are not, because we're getting more and more granular. If we go all the way to the Tampa Bay area, you see, we're very detailed. That's because in the settings, select area, you can go and select how detailed. So 13 to 18 being extremely detailed, and then the more you zoom out, the bigger the tiles are, but you don't get much information. And you can see just for that square, it's 36 megs from 9 to 18, which is very detailed, which is cool. It's available for you, to download. You can have this offline completely and it'll work. So let's hop back on the internet. And the last thing that I want to show you is, you see all of these little satellite transmission sites? They're all NOAA transmission areas. And what's cool is if I click on them, it's going to take a few seconds. It will go and pull an API, once again, if you're internet connected, and get you the forecast and any alerts. So the alerts, I'm going to try to get a little detailed and maybe some type of, I don't know yet. I want to work on that. And then you can go select the device and click listen, and it'll tune into that NOAA frequency. Of course, you have to be close by. So for me, I'll be using the Philadelphia one. And that's about it. That's where I'm at right now, as a little tutorial of what I've been up to. If you have any recommendations or anything, feel free to reach out. I'd love to test some things out. And hopefully this will be available for you relatively soon. So, all right, take care. Bye. God bless.